Wake up so partly in shock for what you saw on the news last night. Well, you had to edit on the news last night. When you come downstairs, you find your family sat in the living room waiting for you. Uh-oh. Sam swallows, hesitant before starting. We're so worried about you last night after Jeremy with the gun. Sam chokes down a sob. It was awful on national television. How could he do that? And now, the horrible pause, Sam finally asks, "You okay, honey?" I can't believe he's gone. When they back at you. He saw you chose to play that tape. That was for continuing. Help to wonder why. Like I didn't have a choice. What? That's not good enough. Disrupt our bad people. Can't believe you did that. The outburst seemed to come out of nowhere and no one in the room was prepared for it. Do you even think about how the stuff affects people? You're a fucking idiot! Sam tries to interject. Charlie! But he's already slammed the door. Charlie always has a bit of a black and white about this sort of thing. For what it's worth, Alex, I think you were in an impossible situation. Somehow you managed to make the right call. Sam throws their arms around you. Only you were stuck in that studio having to make that choice. No one can criticize what you did. I'm proud of you. Oh, Sam. I'm gonna cry. Take a deep breath and gather your thoughts. It's a lot to take in. Not sure you fully processed what happened last night, let alone what Charlie and Sam think about it all. So you've got some company. TV is playing through some old western show, but it's not quite as strict as you'd hope. We're never going to please everyone. No. It is an impossibility. Damn, that's a lot of days. What happened? Holiday update. Uh-oh. As I'm finishing up breakfast, Sam comes in with the post. Oh, we got a postcard from Susie. I hope she's having fun on her trip. Sam reads it aloud as he finishes getting ready for work. I've seen what feels like most of Urkistan. Really cool place, but so cold. Hope Chippy enjoyed the gift. What are you saying, anything? Yes, you're right to make me pack the extra pair of socks. Next, we got a train to Konislava. Much warmer and loads of beaches to explore. Could have stayed here forever, but I had to head to San Pedro before it got too cold. So glad we did! We probably got 1 or 2 more stops for heading home. I'll be back in time for Christmas, I promise. Hope everything else is doing well. Oops, Susie. At least Susie's having fun! It's wandering the world. While we're literally stuck in hell, Lamau. Because we are living in a society. I wonder how many endings there are, because there's a lot of different things you can do for each of these sections. The 20-week war? Excuse me? What the hell is all this?
We're expecting deplorables from Disrupt to hack the signal tonight.
Ken cooking.
Leave your personal beliefs at home and try not to let them ruin the broadcast. Even if you don't care for the government, I assume you understand you have a vested interest in us staying on the air. Stay out of the orange.
SS Fun Ship? Hell yeah. Oh, the power fuck. Oops.
What does that mean?
Fun Ship. War broadcast! Oh boy. Swag box? Okay. What the hell is all this? Oh, are we controlling the studio audience noises? Oh boy.
Oh, great. So they get the brains and we get the performing monkey. Sometimes you sound just like him, you know. How are you? It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm missing
10 seconds, everybody. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Oh boy.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. It's the 140th day of war. Our main headlines tonight. Company of Heroes.
Skirmishes on land and sea again today as our armed forces tested the mettle of the World Council's illegal blockade. Advance's strategy of multiple small-scale incursions into the disputed zone is certainly keeping the enemy on high alert, unable to work out where or when the next strike will come. Sadly, however, more casualties were reported today, and as the weeks and months of this war make ever more demands on our armed services, those numbers will, tragically, only continue to rise. Don't starve. Advance's food program moved from strength to strength today as rationing depots were opened in the last remaining unfed areas of the territory. The rationing depots have been constructed in record
The one
and the
bread
government's agricultural
slice!
coordination strategy has seen shelves restocked with increasing regularity. However, with the reported rise in mental and physical health issues since the imposition
Mama,
of the blockade,
can I
critics
have
question
la
whether those smaller
toast?
communities which
No.
are only
I
now
knew you going
starting
back to
receive
bread.
help could have been better and quicker served. 7 days to die.
The bread
The
dragon.
recent decision to
Bread
allow
dragon.
those with long-term health conditions to access transition centres has today been declared an overwhelming
Will that be
success.
the next making of
Previously
soon?
available only to those in their
Bread
final years,
dragon.
the expansion of the
Bread
service has
dragon.
been
Bread
met with relief
dragons.
by the many organisations calling for it to be opened up to the wider community. With dwindling medical supplies
That could
leaving
mean
many of
two
our
different
most
things,
vulnerable facing
or
chronic
multiple
pain,
things.
it can come as no surprise that the transition centres have found themselves
A dragon
stocked
that has the bread, or a dragon made out of bread?
More than 11% of the population have thus far failed to register for a team membership card, a worrying statistic given that the cards are a legal requirement from midnight tonight. While applications are still open for those who like to run fashionably late, they can expect a few tricky questions from Advance. Start me up. Disrupt spokesman Alan James held an impromptu rally today in the northern city of Mankleypool.
Fucking Alan
Large crowds
James.
gathered to hear the band speaker prove Disrupt are still able to capture the public's imagination. A representative from the Mankleypool Community Cohesion Team described the event as mostly peaceful, but it looks like Disrupt aren't going quietly into the night. And finally, absent friends. Sad news today as the grave of former National Nightly News host Jeremy Donaldson is vandalised by radical Disrupt activists.
Oh
Much-loved
shit.
broadcaster suffered a very tragic public breakdown 10 weeks ago in an incident which ultimately cost him his life. A passionate and rebellious man, always willing to question authority,
Fucking
Jeremy
Vince.
was posthumously celebrated with a Team Service Award by Advance for his outstanding dedication to journalistic truth. But first this evening, with the war about to enter its 21st punishing week and people hurting up and down the country, I'll be grilling unpredictable Prime
Picking
Minister Peter
sides.
Clement in an exclusive interview from his home in Lamfordshire. That's
Oh,
coming
what
up
the
on
fuck's happening up
tonight's
there?
National Nightly News.
Damn radio waves.
In part 2, I'm a little overexcited to announce I'll be interviewing the one and only
Gary
Lil C.
Busey.
And later we've got a new feature that's sure to keep you
It does
back
like
for more.
Gary
But
Busey.
first tonight, let's check in with Prime Minister Peter Clement, who's speaking to us from his home in Lamfordshire.
Oh, he looks
Good
drunk
evening,
off of his
Prime Minister.
mind.
Have we caught you exercising?
Oh, have we started? Yes, that's right, Miss Wolf. Just a few minor adjustments. I mean, nothing drastic. I haven't joined the gym or anything. As my old mum used to say, just because she won't take it up the shit, it doesn't mean you shouldn't
Whoa.
try for a quick fiddle up the car park.
Language, Prime Minister.
What?
What? Quick fiddle? What's wrong? Oh, shitter. It's shitter, isn't it? Yep, that's the one.
And can you tell us what brought about this new
No
you?
shit.
Well,
Wait,
you
what?
know, Mrs. C and I. Well, you know the night the blockade began.
Well, what the
With
hell's
Jeremy
happening?
Donaldson.
What the hell was that?
And it were blistering
Wait,
hot,
what
I'm
is
sure
that?
You all remember. And I were a bit weird.
Oh
You
shit!
know, the cigars and all that.
Wait,
Her
what?
family for the first time in her life. She finds also for the first time that she can no longer sleep peacefully at night. I listen to Clive, who is preoccupied by the worry of being a burden on his children and counting the days until they sit him down.
That disrupt propaganda
Tell
out.
him
Try not to do that,
exactly
Alex.
that.
We're watching you.
I listened to Anna, spent her lunchtimes in the school cafeteria eating alone, because she is the only girl in her class who isn't a go-getter. They have never met, these three, and they are of different ages and social backgrounds, but they share a common experience. They share a nagging feeling that there is something deeply wrong in our utopia, and I share that feeling. And maybe you do too. In the days and weeks ahead, I will be speaking throughout the country, but you don't need to wait for me. Disruptor everywhere. Every bar, every street corner. Look for us and you will find us. You are not alone. And advance and not the
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't seem very advanced to be going abroad when the rest of the country is grounded.
And yet, Julia Salisbury announced today that she'll be visiting Svenland during this year's winter break. Is that really an example of team spirit?
Nope.
What? Did you know about
damn
this,
it.
Gail?
No one tells me
This
anything.
Gail?
10 weeks ago, Jeremy Donaldson took control of the national nightly newsroom. He tried to warn us all about the now abandoned top-secret military lab at Grantham Downs. We may never know exactly what was being done there, but Jeremy Donaldson made us look. One of the reasons he is considered Disrupt's first martyr. And you know what? I think there's every chance he'd hate that. I only met him a few times in a professional context, and usually he exposed me for the grandstanding fool I was back then, but for some reason I always enjoyed it. I liked him. I liked his wit, his jagged edges, and most of all, I liked his total dedication to the truth. Died for that truth. Died as an individual. For freedom.
For freedom.
And by adorning his resting place with our colours and our emblem, we will help to keep both him and his spirit of relentlessness alive. Jeremy, you will not be forgotten.
But I've been watching you, and you know what? You get more like it.
Oh shit. Oops. Oh, what?
I will take that.
Whoops. It wasn't exactly
Prime
in
Minister,
line.
later on this evening, your co-leader Julia Salisbury is going to give a national address from team headquarters. Can you give us a hint of what she's going to say?
Yes. Well, I imagine that there
Sorry,
will be
sorry, you
the
imagine?
usual. No, what I mean is.
You do know about this broadcast, don't you, Prime Minister?
Well, I'm sure I did. But Julia and I have no secrets from each other. We don't memorize each other's bloody diaries either. As my old mum used to say, if you wanted to get a job done quick, don't get bogged down in the pubes. What else you got?
Sorry?
Only cards, what else? A little piece of my life you want to rustle through? Get out, refill my last.
What?
Ah, come on. Come on.
Okay. What music do you listen to when you work out?
Well, Gail tells me that I work out to Little C, but I have absolutely no fucking idea who that is. Do you think the C stands for?
It stands for collaborative, Prime Minister.
Yeah, actually, that does make more sense, actually.
How's rationing affecting you?
It's hard, but we get by. You just have to learn to get by on the basics. Take comfort in each other. I've got Mrs. C and many a fine single malt. I want for nothing. Except for a decent night's sleep, of course.
Prime Minister, thank you for joining us. When we come back, it's time for the
Bruh.
Culture Spot with Lil C and a world premiere performance of...
Oh, he is
Song.
fucking pissed
I
off.
can't wait to hear that.
Well, that duplicitous bitch is...
Oh shit. Oh, whoops.
I don't think he knew about her statement. I don't think anyone's supposed to know. When you mentioned it, Bozeman's face turned a colour that I think you call
The enemy is all
embolism.
around us.
I'm in trouble.
A frightened world that looks at what we have achieved and dares not let it succeed. They have tried to starve us, but as a team, we have grown food enough for all.
Pookie.
They have tried to hurt us, to cut off our medicines, but as a team, we have offered radical, compassionate solutions. And they have tried to scare us, to rob us of power and leave us in the dark. But as a team, we have lit a fire so bright that they will never quench it.
Damn, I got an E. Rip.
Against leaders.
That's because I.
No doubt have spotted the updated mixing disc. You'll need the new buttons during the next sections. First, we'll need applause when the guest enters, and before her song. Don't worry, I'll walk you through it when we get there.
Should we lose? That is why it is vital that we pull together, that we encourage and educate our family, friends and neighbours so that they too embrace this new future. Because a team can only succeed when it pulls in the same direction. And while we certainly wouldn't call dissenting voices treasonous, we would raise an eyebrow at those who can't find it within themselves to show even a little team spirit. Advance. Together, we cannot lose this war.
Oh man.
So join the winning team.
Join the winning team.
Thanks for coming back. Later, we have an exciting new feature that we just know you're going to love, so stay tuned for that. But first, I'm really excited for our next guest. She rose to prominence as the delightful Susie May in All My Daughter's Children's Men, before taking the music industry by storm this year with her debut album smashing the chart records at the age of just 20. Let's give it up and welcome Lil C. May I just say, you look incredible.
Oh, thanks, babe. I'm doing this new regime and it really does work.
Ooh, what's the regime?
And my manager suggested it to me. It basically involves bathing in like cabbage water and then having the leaves sucked out of you while you sleep.
Wow, is
What?
Oh, look at me, Meg. The leaves are my only nourishment.
Yep, they certainly are. Now, you'll have to forgive me, but I'm somewhat of a super fan, so I'm sorry if I get a bit starstruck.
Oh, bless you. I've never actually heard of you before, so if you do get a little tongue-tied, I can always carry the interview.
Oh, that's good to know.
Wow.
So your first album, F My Face Together,
F
it
My
hit shelves
Face
this
Together.
summer and it just exploded. I mean, what was that like for you?
Bonkers, just so weird. I was in all the papers and the magazines. Overnight, I went from that like annoying little girl from that show to that like sexy little girl from that show.
Wow, that must have been bizarre.
Not really, it was just like any other morning. You know, get up at 5, go on a 4-mile run, have 3 meetings on my cabbage bath, but then only then was my dad actually talking to me.
Oh, of course. I mean, the famed country singer, Billy Bob Jean Short. I didn't know you'd been estranged.
Billy Bob
nothing that
Jean
strange about
Shorts.
Okay, yes, he may believe that aliens told him to hate women, but there really isn't anything to prove that he's wrong.
Okay.
So, this newfound explosion
Ah
into
yes,
your popularity.
misogyny is the work of aliens. Who would have thunk?
Well, I had to start wearing like nicer underwear, you know, for the paparazzi. But as my manager says, best to make the most of it before I'm 30.
What is happening in number 3?
Is that right? So, what's the album about?
So I thought it was about like how pretty and great I am, but actually it's about monetizing youth, I think, or about like promoting an unrealistic standard of beauty or something.
Your manager again.
Yeah, he says insecurity is an opportunity.
Oh, do you think he'd be happy with you telling us all this?
Telling you all what? It really doesn't matter what I say here. I'll do my dancing and then this part will all be forgotten about.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we're going to see some of those famous dance moves very shortly because you're going to be performing your new single, aren't you?
Yeah, it's from my album Put It In My A Together and it's Put It In My
Oh
A.
shit.
So soon, after the last one.
Oh yeah, I've actually released 2 albums since lunchtime and a clothing line during this interview.
It's never been timed.
See, this is called Cry for Help,
notebooks you
and
won't
it's
let
going to be
her
in all
read.
the best high street and retailer
Sometimes
shops.
she catches in stereo.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god. Oh shit. No! Oh god. Oh.
Like it's been prepared in advance.
Yeah, it can get tough, and I hate it sometimes. I hate myself.
Oh, we're.
We want to
I don't know what happened.
No longer tell us. And when we find out, we will tell you. We will hack into your news broadcasts. We will defend your right to information. We will resist.
We're living in our prayer right now, guys.
And the stranger slapped me around the arse. I think things could have been different. Like better. But I don't know.
Shit.
Having
Oh, no, no, no.
someone tell me what to wear.
No, 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 damn it! It was still slightly off again! Ah! Damn it. Like I would turn away from doing that shit, and when it shrinks down, it's like slightly, very slightly misaligned, and that just fucks up everything. Man. Dang, how would the... Oh no, it crashed! Okay. It gave me a crash error, and then it went back to normal.
No doubt have spotted the updated mixing disc. You'll need the new buttons during the next sections. First, we'll need applause.
Damn. We have to start that whole thing over again.
Don't worry, I'll walk you through it when we get there.
I've never heard of her before.
Oh, she's big, really big.
Really? Is she any good?
Nah, of course not. She dog shit.
This is dog
Kids
shit.
go mad for her, absolutely mad.
5 in 10 seconds.
Hang on, Colin, you've got kids.
Yeah, I've got about 6 or 7, I think.
6 or 7?
5, 4,
That's funny.
3.
Thanks for coming back. Later, we have an exciting new feature that we just know you're going to love, so stay tuned for that. But first, I'm really excited for our next guest. She rose to prominence as the delightful Susie May in All My Daughter's Children's Men. Before taking the music industry by
I'm gonna
storm,
put the
she
haha
debut album
emoji.
smashing the chart records at the age of just 20. Let's give it up and welcome Lil C.
No, Alex, the applause, that's completely unsuitable.
May I just say, you look incredible.
Oh, thanks, babe. I'm doing this new regime and it really does work.
What's the regime?
And my manager suggested it to me. It basically involves bathing in like cabbage water and then having the
That
leaves
cabbage
sucked out of
water.
you while you sleep.
Wow, is that healthy?
Oh, well, look at me, Meg. The leaves are my only nourishment.
Yep, they certainly are. Now, you'll have to forgive me, but I'm somewhat of a super fan, so I'm sorry if I get a bit starstruck.
Oh, bless you. I've never actually heard of you before, so if you do get a little tongue-tied, I can always carry the interview.
Oh, that's good to know. So your first album, F My Face Together, it hit shelves this summer and it just exploded. I mean, what was that like for you?
Bonkers, just so weird. I was in all the papers and the magazines. Overnight, I went from that like annoying little girl from that show to that like sexy little girl from that show. Not really. It was just like any other morning. You know, get up at 5, go on a 4-mile run, have 3 meetings on my cabbage bath, but then only then was my dad actually talking to me.
Oh, of course. I mean, the famed country singer, Billy Bob Jeanshort. I didn't know you'd been estranged.
Billy Bob Jean
There's nothing that strange about it, Megan. Okay, yes, he may believe that aliens told him to hate women, but there really isn't anything to prove that he's wrong.
So, this newfound explosion into your popularity, I mean, did that change your life?
Well, I had to start wearing like nicer underwear, you know, for the paparazzi. But as my manager says, best to make the most of it before I'm 30.
Is that right? So, what's the album about?
So I thought it was about like how pretty and great I am, but actually it's about monetizing youth, I think, or about like
Monetizing
an unrealistic
youth.
standard of beauty or something.
Your manager again?
Yeah, he says insecurity is an opportunity.
Oh, do you think he'd be happy with you telling us all this?
Telling you all what? It really doesn't matter what I say here. I'll do my dancing and then this part will all be forgotten about.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we're going to see some of those famous dance moves very shortly because you're going to be performing your new single, aren't you?
Yeah, it's from my album Put It In My A Together.
Here we go
and
again.
Put It In My A Together and
My friend let her 13-year-old son join the Go-Getters. He's occupied now. Busy, even. His room's never been tidier. But he keeps notebooks he won't let her read. And sometimes she catches him staring at her. And last week, she found him searching through her papers. When confronted, he always had a plausible answer, a good answer. But somehow it's too good. Like it's been prepared in advance.
Not my clothes. What the hell achievement is that for?
We want to know what the news will no longer tell us. And when we find out, we will tell you. We will hack into your news broadcasts We will defend your right to information. We will resist, and we will disrupt.
Disrupt.
I think things could have been different, you know, like better. But I don't know. I love doing autographs and
No, damn it, not
dressing
again.
and
There we
telling
go.
me what to wear.
Did you always want to do music?
Well, ever since I was a little girl, I'd sit in front of the radio, and as soon as my favourite girl group would come on, I'd press record on my cassette. But then my dad would come in and tell me to turn it off and to go back upstairs and start practicing again.
Oh, sorry, is your dad your manager?
Yeah, which can be tough. And sometimes when it gets really hard, he'll say, "Make Quagler proud, and you might just survive childbirth."
Well, you know what, despite anything, you'll make me proud.
Oh, if only your opinion was as valuable as his.
Oh.
On that problematic note, you're going to be singing your song for us soon, aren't you? Tell me about it.
So it's called These Babies Gonna Bring You Home, and I actually got sent the lyrics in the car on the way up here. But you know what? It's actually alright. And don't worry, all my work is team approved.
All right then. Well, you can go and get ready for that. We'll see you in a little bit. It was a very specific type of pleasure to chat to her, and I just can't wait to hear this. Whoa,
Let's do better this time. Here we go.
with an exclusive first performance of
Laugh
These Babies Gonna
Laugh
Bring You
emoji,
Home.
laugh
Take it
emoji.
Is this deliberate, Alex? We do like our guests to come back, you know.
The queen of team. Here to break in your blockades.
Oh no.
Lil C.
Lil C. Oh, I forgot about this. We have to switch the cameras.
I'm hungry. There's a place in me that's empty. I want that meat you're packing. Only you can fill that crack in me. I'm under siege, so come and free me. Ain't no disruption here. Boy, I got no agenda. Just want the team in me. No dirty foreign member. Don't stop no morning till there's holes in me that ain't been filled yet. I only scream this loud when you do your country proud. I ain't no vicar's daughter. Come and skirmish on my border. Quick before I get much older. Tie me down and pour me like an enemy soldier.
What? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the lyrics. Excuse me? Probe me like an enemy soldier? What?
I wanna see some action, so come and break my sanctions.
Bruh.
I've been this wild and free since my mom burdened me. She was only 53, but gave to save her family. There's no one judging me if I'm the one that's in your fantasy. Don't die alone, these babies gonna bring you home. I ain't no vicar's daughter, come and skirmish on my border. Quick before I get much older, tie me down and pour me like an enemy soldier. An enemy soldier. So what if Peter Clemens boys can come and use me as a toy and lift me over, grab my hair, rip off my clothes and dump them there? I wanna see some action, so come and break my sanctions.
She looks so uncomfortable. Oh god. She's just like, oh god.
Well, if that doesn't distract you from the world outside, I don't know what will.
Oh, that was
I'd like to
terrible.
thank Lil C for- well, for doing that. Don't go anywhere. After
Lil
the break,
C.
we'll finally be revealing the new segment of our show that we just know you're going to love. We'll be back right after this.
And we're out.
Wow.
Hi, I'm Sophia Remington, and it takes more than an all-night yacht party to stop me from doing my job.
Really means a lot to me, you know.
Tough for you
To be able
guys,
to promote myself.
Sanctions suck, border the blockade, lost touch with the simple joy of consuming new and wonderfully unnecessary products. Well, look no further, you poor huddled masses. You need the Sophia Remington
Oh,
swag
no,
box from
I manage myself. It's just, you know, for the public to fuck service.
Blimey, Jazza.
Oh, right.
The old
And
Market
Michael?
Square's looking a bit
Where's Michael?
Somerset Bentley. Empty today.
Oh no, Baba. I never thought I'd father day say this, but I don't dog on a bike like shopping anymore. All the fun's gone.
I remember when there was all
And
sorts
Michael, I want to see the revenue share for the clothing line and get me a G&T before my meeting with the lube guys. They say for your pleasure. I'm going to stop eating it.
Unlicensed gun fun back into being
Oh wow.
consumers.
It was all.
Don't worry, you poor dirty
I hate to tell you this, but you're going to need all 4 sound effects buttons for this next section. Try and pick the most appropriate sound effect for the actors' lines. They can't hear your choices, so they'll be assuming you're helping things along and not making them look pretty.
Oh no, is this a skit? Oh god.
You haven't broken the seal. You can even get a full no-quibble refund for just $15.99. It's fun, it's free, and it can't be gambling, otherwise we couldn't advertise it on television. I'm
Wait, what the
Sophia
hell's
Remington,
happening? What is she
and I want you to
selling?
have as much fun as I have, but you can't
Sport
afford
ball.
to. So here's the
Swag
swag
box.
instead.
Not sports ball again. Yo, Aylin, everything. How's it going?
Thanks for joining us about our new feature All Night.
Thanks for
And
following.
now,
I saw
the wait
that
is finally
follow
over. I
a
can
couple
reveal
days
that
ago.
every night on the show will be treated to an episode of an informative and hilarious new segment called The Notice Board. It stars some top talent and we're very excited about it. But before we see it, let's have a quick chat with the writer, director and phenomenon, may I say, Jeff Algebra, guys!
Actually, I've dropped the algebra. I go by Jeff
Jeff Algebra.
How'd you like that?
Well, yeah, very fancy. I suppose you need a new name now that you're a successful artiste.
Well, exactly. I'm earning enough to pay taxes now.
Oh.
It's shit.
It's shit.
And how does Angela feel about all this?
Who?
Your wife.
Ah! Oh, God, no. No. No, she's long gone. No, she was holding me back. I'm with Norm now. We were married last month.
What?
Norm de Plume.
Yeah.
And what
There they go
did
again.
you
Do you draw people's
What was
profile
your
pictures?
inspiration?
Well, I received
Yeah,
a
I did.
telephone call
I did
offering
that
25 grand to
for.
write a pro-team sitcom, and I heard my father's voice. It said, Jeff.
Actually, I didn't do that for like like a follower count thing. But I am for 200 Twitch followers. I am doing meme redraws with people's characters, so that'll be interesting.
Utter shite.
And without further ado, let's give it up for the notice board.
The notice board. Oh man, they're quick firing these.
Morning, Miss Craven.
Oh, morning, Ray.
Everything all right, Mrs. Craven? You look as worried as the vicar in closing time.
Oh. Whoops, I forgot. I pressed it. I just pressed it too late.
Vandalized my shop again.
No!
Yes! They've written all sorts of obscene language and
What's this game about?
pictures, and I know it's those damn youths.
I don't know. It could be the vicar.
It's
At
oh
closing
shit.
time.
What is even the skit, Jesus? It's about running a broadcast and the shenanigans that happens with that.
Such as shoplifters or bong rats.
Don't worry, Mrs. Craven. This is a very supportive community, and I'm sure that in time they will fit into this society.
Society.
Like this key into this lock. See? Works like a charm.
What a lovely way to put it, Ray. And just like that, we can unlock their future.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wow. Look at all the letters in my collection today.
You couldn't get it open!
I think that one's addressed to me.
What? This one?
Oh shit.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Oh, it's a letter from my granddaughter, Brenda. She says
Why
she got
is
an A
it
on
a
her
picture of
maths
an
exam
actor?
because one of her friends has been helping her. She was always a team player, was our Brenda.
What's up, losers?
Oh shit. Oh fuck, I forgot to press the button.
Oh no! It's Brad.
Brad.
The coolest guy in the village.
That's right. I just got here on my motorbike.
Oh, clear off, Brad. We
Clear
don't
off.
want any of your
It is a pretty good idea
around
for a game.
here.
It's been pretty fucking wild.
No, ruffians. Have you come to tag the notice board with your gang signs?
No way. I've actually come to pin my resume on that notice board. I'm looking to do some tutoring after school.
What? Did
Wow.
you say tutoring?
That's
Tutoring.
right. Maths is very important. Would
Maths.
you mind, Ray?
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Not at all.
You see it, Isa?
No for bread of David aka you just like the neon cat. What?
So you, a young
He's still stuck!
have been spending your time
A neon cat?
He's-
and not
What the heck is neon cat?
urinating on churches.
It's that Pop-Tart cat. You remember that meme?
Oh, neon cat?
For months.
Yeah. Instead of a cat and a Pop-Tart, it'd be bread and the dragon.
Misjudged you
Okay.
based on
AKA
how
you.
young
Alright.
you are
The bread
and
dragon.
not on your actions.
No doy.
Yeah, that
So
why
it
not?
wasn't you who
Had nothing to do with
vandalized my
points.
shop last night or called me a rancid old
Fun to
clone
see
from
you.
the back of a
The
chopper?
bread.
No way. It can't have been me. I was too busy helping my friend Brenda with her maths homework.
What is going on?
Wow. This is the news station is doing a fucking stupid ass skit. And I have to do the sound effects for it.
Sow.
Did you hear
Really bad.
Oh, yes, what a wonderful surprise. I now respect
It's
you as a man.
he got his hand stuck in the stupid mailbox because he couldn't open it for the skit, and now he's just stuck.
Oh, what the heck?
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck is happening? Whoa, what? Excuse me? Why did everything just stop? Is that, what is that? Is that a nuke? Or is that an earthquake? What the hell's happening? Can I do anything? No. Oh, what the fuck was that? Oh, that was weird.
Sorry to interrupt the first groundbreaking episode of the notice board. We are receiving some breaking news.
Oh, I'm so glad that skit is over.
We are picking up reports from across the continent of what
Nice
appear to
heads
be,
in the bag.
Was it a nuke?
what appear to be
Oh,
nuclear
shit!
explosions in 4 major foreign
Oh.
cities. Initial estimates put the death
Oh,
toll-
fuck.
A nuke?
They put them into millions.
Oh. They said a nuke dropped on several major cities.
Shortages as a result, so apologies for the interruption.
How are we not all
Apparently
dead
we can go
already?
live now to team headquarters for an emergency broadcast from Prime Minister Julian Salisbury any moment. Yes, let's go to that now.
Good evening, citizens and leaders of the world. Minutes ago, operatives working for Advance detonated nuclear explosives simultaneously in 4 major cities across the continent. We have similar devices in 58 other urban centers, and will not hesitate to detonate them if our conditions are not met.
What?
Power fluctuations and what could be minor earthquakes throughout the continent. Stand by.
And genocidal blockade. You are to remove it immediately.
We've lost contact with our benefactors in Urkistan and Konoslava. All our equipment seems to be resetting.
Your territories will be taken under our control. We will install replacement governments to ensure that your
Can we get this
citizens
confirmed?
become part of the new future.
Can we get this verified? I need this verified.
And now our borders
What the fuck?
are our people.
I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you are receiving this, but if you are, then you have to know. You have to know what's being done, what's being done right now to our neighbours. This is unprecedented. Our government has committed an act, multiple acts of mass destruction in our name.
A single shot at our territory, or harm a single one of our citizens.
Nor do I
we
care
will not
how you
hesitate
voted.
to
You didn't
detonate
vote for
further
this.
devices.
None of us did.
You
They.
will not find them.
We.
Though no doubt you are already searching for them.
We are waiting
Our
further
technology is
news
decades
and
ahead of yours.
Shit.
We will expect your complete acceptance of our terms.
Wow!
Thank you.
I didn't expect Advance to start nuking cities. That was not in the cards.
I don't really talk about my personal life in my job. It's not relevant or important. So many of you may be surprised to learn that I have a brother. His name is David. And right now I can't get his stupid face out of my head. He's a researcher and he's currently traveling the continent for work. And I don't know where he is right now.
Shit.
And I should imagine that there are many of you sitting at home tonight digesting this news, and you also have loved ones on the continent. In Urkistan, or Havia, or San Pomerino, or Konoslava, which is where David was when I last spoke to him 3 days ago.
I mean, the nuke didn't hit the news station, so we're still good.
I know how you are feeling tonight. Believe me, I do.
Damn.
But I also know that there's a flow to events. I see it every day here. I know that although tonight it feels like we may be in a time of fear and darkness, we may actually be at the break of a new dawn. We don't know that yet. We can't know that yet. But together we will find out. And I will be here every night, feeling what you are feeling. And with your help, maybe we can all get to that brave new world.
Bless you.
My name's
Thank
Megan Wolf. Let's make tomorrow better.
Ooh.
Damn.
And we're out.
Man, that's a little rough.
I've got people ringing around, but the telephone networks are overloaded. Okay. We'll find him.
Do we know exactly which cities were hit or?
Ugh. Pre-Christmas.
We will find him.
Sad. Damn. Take a set fire to your life. All right. Pre-Christmas?
Who wants to be McMillan?
We got crazy Christmas dots in hats. We got crazy Christmas dots in hats and jumpers. If you're feeling hungry, don't feel down in the mouth. You can have a dog all along. And remember, a dog isn't for life. It's just for Christmas to eat.
No, don't eat the dogs for Christmas.
Elves on trees. We've got trees on elves. If you want to know where the elf on the shelf is, we've got elves on elves. Bend over and ready for you to take home. We got naughty Christmas nativities with naughty Christmas figurines.
Naughty Christmas nativities.
We've got crazy Christmas big bums. It's the
Damn, looks like I have to make a trip to Crazy Neil's.
Alright, just
Damn.
to the bomb.
Yeah, let me. What are all these achievements that I just got? Let's see. Oh wait, why did it open up my? No. View all achievements.
Know why I get disconnected?
Uh oh. Password. Whoa. The land of San Permino. Learn what a wild child does when her company faces viruses. Whoa. See a man stand up for his beliefs until the end. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep. You saw that. Make the No Sports first show a success. Did I make it a success? I'm in shock. Let's make tomorrow. Complete the podcast on day 371. Ah, okay. Don't promote Little C's clothing line. Oh, learn about David Wolf. Okay. But still, I like how we never got out of what is money. We are permanently in what is money.